Aurora suffered orbital hull failure. Cause unknown. 0 human life signs detected.
Well, shit. Would you look at that? Me and you trapped on an alien planet. An alien planet that has an ocean, and more ocean. But don't you worry, I have a plan. It may look like we are in a bit of a pickle, but alas, I know what I'm doing. And I promise by the end of this, we will be turning the situation from a desperate survival, kill or be killed problem to an extended underwater vacation. Now the first thing on our to-do list is to scout the area around us. We just so happen to land in a very convenient spot called the Safe Shallows. Now it might sound ironic or too good to be true, but really this place is very safe. Oh god. Somewhat safe. The giant ship we were previously on, the Aurora, had a whole ton of things like blueprints, food and water, submersible fragments, and so on and so forth. The trick to survival is using all of these factors to our advantage, but to do that, we need some tools. Like this scanner, a nifty little piece of technology that will help us learn everything we need to know about the fauna and the flora that just so happens to surround us. The Safe Shallows is a biome chock full of materials we need to use, like titanium, copper, quartz, and metal salvage, pieces of the Aurora that have been flung due to its crash landing. This biome also contains a necessary component to building batteries, acid mushrooms, which we need to build most of our devices. So, let's go grab some materials. And there we go. We've made ourselves some tools. Now, you are probably wondering what I'm going to be doing with all of this loot. My current goal for the moment is to build the Sea Moth, a fancy pants submersible capable of traversing even the most dangerous of biomes.
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
Yep, I detect that. I detect that too. To acquire this vehicle, I must find wreckages. What are wreckages, you may be asking? Well, you handsome individual, wreckages are portions of the Aurora that have been scattered around the planet. Luckily for me, a wreckage that contains sea moth fragments and other miscellaneous goodies is about 500 meters away from the life pod. Arriving at the wreckage, I scan whatever I can find. Mobile vehicle bay fragments, battery charger fragments, benches, desks, you name it. I even got close to finding the 3 fragments necessary to build the modification station, a super important piece of technology, one that I was itching to complete. When all was said and done, I was able to craft the mobile vehicle bay, scurried back towards my life pod with excitement, and gathered the materials required to build myself a sea moth. What a beautiful looking vessel I have here. The next thing on my to-do list is to... Hold on, let me fuck up this mesmer real quick. Oh, look who's dead. Oh, poor little mesmer. The next thing on my to-do list is to grab lithium and magnetite. These are 2 materials that are absolutely vital to crafting a lot of new things in the modification station, alongside building bases. It would also, you know, be nice to have, as I am extremely broke and don't have a lot of materials yet. There are a bunch of biomes in the game that hold lithium and magnetite, but by far the most convenient and my personal favorite that holds them is the Jelly Shroom Caves. This biome is extremely visually appealing and fun to navigate, and also contains underrated fauna, the crab snakes. These creatures are not as notorious as Reaper Leviathans, but they are formidable enough in their own way. Plus, they're hostile, so you should probably avoid them. Once I had sufficiently stuffed enough minerals into my pockets, I decided to call it quits and head back towards my life pod. Once inside, using the materials I found in the Jelly Shroom Caves, I crafted myself a laser cutter, a tool needed to cut holes in all sorts of doors inside wreckages. Now that my arsenal is acceptable, I begin making my way over to a distress signal location I heard over the radio I repaired in my life pod. On the way there, I make a pit stop and use my laser cutter for the first time, and find absolutely nothing. Thank you, Subnautica. Propulsion cannon for... I got the propulsion cannon in here. Oh, I already had it. Okay, yeah, no, that was a waste of time. This is not, though. I don't know what's in here. Unless he forgot. Yeah, that. Already got the battery charger. Already got the propulsion cannon. Already got that. Alright, so all of this is absolutely worthless, and it was a gigantic waste of time to come here. Okay. Finally making it to the signal, I find a damaged life pod with a time capsule next to it. Time capsules are containers that other players could have left behind for you to find. These containers can hold a multitude of different things, but luckily for me, a player has given me something so extremely valuable, and that is a cuttlefish egg. Dude! That guy gave me a cuttlefish! No way! Dude, you can only get 5. He gave me... That's insane! Anyways, yeah, this life pod is totally wrecked, but there is another signal location that the game has given me. Dry land? In Subnautica? Yeah, sure, man, whatever you say. Oh my god, there really is dry land. Exploring the island, I find remnants of people who previously lived here, which is great because I scan a bunch of new stuff that I previously didn't have before. Most notably, the stasis rifle, and this weird glowing purple tablet. After scanning a bunch of parts in these bases, I jump back into the ocean to return to my life pod. So you know, I sort some stuff, made some stuff, general survival things, and holy shit, the Aurora is exploding! Radiation. Isn't it funny? My skin is literally being melted away. Radiation. Whoopsies, our nuclear power plant has exploded and has left an entire city coated in radiation for the next 20,000 years. Radiation, everybody. It is a very, very big problem for us. The Aurora's drive core emits radiation constantly in a 675 meter radius. However, after the explosion, this radius increases by 275 meters, swallowing a bunch of different biomes and radiation. Here's a map that the wiki nerds drew. At the moment, the radiation isn't enough of a problem for me to go and immediately fix, so I decided to do some nice and simple exploration. The main thing I was looking for were stasis rifle fragments, a nifty looking space weapon that is a great line of defense if I am ever in a pickle. Once I found the 2 fragments needed for the stasis rifle, I quickly went back over to my life pod to drop off some of my loot, alongside making myself the stasis rifle, which gave me the confidence necessary to do something I've been itching to do this entire video, which is killing a Reaper Leviathan. Reaper Leviathans are very dangerous. I know, truly difficult to understand information. However, once you have a stasis rifle in your hands, you are practically 50% of the way there to slaying the beast like a true apex predator. So hello guys, welcome to my Subnautica guide on how to eliminate a Reaper Leviathan. What you want to do is craft a stasis rifle and grab about 25 to 30 gas pods from the fart guys in the safe shallows. After that, make your way over to a Reaper Leviathan, fire a fully charged stasis rifle pulse at it, and drop all of the gas pods right next to it, and congratulations, you've successfully killed a Reaper Leviathan. If you like what you saw, make sure to like and subscribe. But yeah, killing a Reaper Leviathan really is that easy, so if you plan it right and stay confident, you can easily take down a Reaper yourself. The reason I wanted the stasis rifle so badly was to do what you just saw, slaying a Reaper Leviathan. However, I didn't inform you of my entire plan. I went and killed this Reaper for a very specific reason, this reason being to enter and exit the Aurora without disturbance. I have finally decided to fix the Aurora's drive core to stop the radiation spreadage, so wiping out the Reaper is like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Easy access to the Aurora, and I get to look like a Giga Chad to every Subnautica noob out there. Speaking of fixing the drive core, let's get to that, shall we? The Aurora is filled to the brim with batteries, things to scan, and oh look, even funny looking leeches. I wonder what they— Oh sweet Jesus, it's killing! So yeah, the Aurora is a great place to explore. After fixing the Aurora's drive core and preventing irreversible damage to the planet, you can find yourself going deeper and deeper into the Aurora. With the laser cutter we crafted by being efficient, we can swim our way to the prawn bay and scan ourselves a giant exosuit called the prawn suit. A epic mech suit designed for navigating challenging environments on foot. Okay, yeah, whatever, forget that. The real prize here is scanning the vending machine, an integral survival component that allows us to ascend to another plane of existence. I scavenge and scan whatever I can from the rest of the Aurora, then exit out of the Aurora undisturbed due to my previous annihilation. Finally making it back to my life pod, I officially make the call to begin construction on my temporary underwater abode, which sadly concludes our time with the life pod we landed in. Base building in Subnautica is very important. Sure, you can beat the game without constructing a base like this chump here, but I would have to say you would be missing out on a very thrilling part of your playthrough. Not only does a base gauge how much progress you've made, but it also has a multitude of tiny benefits that do add up in your playthrough. For example, storage. Storage is something that I struggle with a lot in this game, mainly due to small inventory size and small locker size. The glass locker, which is the best in the game mind you, holds 48 free slots of resources you can place in there. Whether it is titanium, creepvine seed clusters, fish, stasis rifles, you name it. Now this fucking sucks. You grab way too much stuff in your playthrough to justify only having about 3 lockers. No, you need like 15 lockers, and that might not even be enough. But anyways, I hope my ranting was enough to convince you to make a base, and if you don't make one, that's fine by me. Have fun suffering because you were too lazy to create a home for yourself. After finally beginning the construction of my short-term residency, I set in motion the grueling effort of grabbing resources for my base, which will over time help transition my home from looking like Patrick's Rock to a fully fledged, self-sustaining mega base. So, let us begin with the construction. So, why did I build myself a base? Well, because of this. Yes, your eyes did not deceive you just now. You witnessed my only ride out of here get exploded by a giant alien space gun. But why is there a giant alien space gun here? The giant alien space gun you see here was built by, you guessed it, aliens. These aliens built this gun to contain a bacterium ravaging this planet's ecosystem. This is actually the reason why I'm here right now. This gun shot down the Aurora, which resulted in me being stranded and forced to fend for myself. The bacterium that resulted in this building being constructed is called the Kara bacterium, which is confirmed to be deadlier than the Black Death. But don't you worry, I am thankfully not feeling any symptoms and can still— oh shit, I'm infected. Well, guess I gotta find myself a cure now. Returning back to base, I decided to work on some interior decorations to make my base feel a lot more homey. I then worked on upping my garden game, both interior and exterior, relaxed myself by taking in the sights of my personal aquarium, and then spent the rest of my time mining large deposits with my prawn suit. The cool thing about the prawn suit is it allows me to mine these big deposits, which is a much more reliable way of getting resources, and allows for faster transportation. I mean, just look at the speeds this suit is capable of. This is solely thanks to the grappling arm upgrade module, a Nido Mosquito upgrade that results in easily the second most fun method of transportation. What is the first most fun method of transportation, you may be asking? Well, let me introduce you all to the Cyclops. Over the duration of this video, I have been itching to build myself this beast of a submarine. However, there has been a major setback in allowing me to build this. The hardest part about the Cyclops is finding the fragments for it. There are 3 different fragments for the Cyclops: the hull, the engine, and the bridge. In order to receive the full blueprints for fabrication, you need to find 3 of each, which is 9 fragments in total that you need to find. There are a number of biomes in the game that have these fragments laying about, but the easiest way to find these fragments is searching biomes with Reaper Leviathans, like the mountains. The wiki states that the mountains hold an abundance of Cyclops fragments, so if you are bold enough, you can find all of the fragments necessary in order to build yourself a Cyclops. Or, instead of doing all of that dangerous shit, you can choose to be a coward and search the biomes with little to no aggressive fauna. I chose the latter, and soon enough I found the necessary pieces to build myself a Cyclops. Look at this, man. I mean, just look at it. It's beautiful, man. Also, what the hell is this?
What are you?
Huh. Before I use my lovely Cyclops, I must first deck it out to the best of my abilities. So boom, crops. Boom, fabricator. Boom, fire suppression system. Boom, gas pods. Wait, what? Oh yeah, right. Killing a ghost Leviathan. The next area I am about to adventure in is called the Lost River, a deep cave system oozing with acidic brine and hostile fauna. Most notably, 2 ghost Leviathans. Tonight's the night, and it's going to happen again and again. The plan to eliminate the creature is the exact same method we used for the Reaper Leviathan obliteration. Fire a stasis rifle pulse at it, drop 50 or so gas pods right next to it, and the Leviathan will be alive no longer. But first, I need to actually get to the Lost River, so just give me a second. What am I hitting? I'm literally hitting that thing. Okay, I'm hitting... There was nothing... What am I hitting? Nothing. There is literally nothing here. Nothing. So what am I stuck on?
You are the best captain on the planet. I'm not even squidding.
No way! Aha! Here we are. Using my prawn suit, I begin making my way over to the beast, and in as little as 2 minutes, I easily send the creature to an early grave. Now that we have successfully rid the Lost River of its most annoying inhabitants, let us explore it now, shall we? The Lost River is easily the most visually appealing biome in the game, alongside the most unique. For starters, the green brine pools hold an abundance of rare resources, most notably nickel and sulfur. Both of these materials have significant importance in upgrade modules, so finding these resources are a must. However, like usual, there's a catch. The green pools I spoke about are highly acidic to the player, so the only way to grab these resources is to pick them up in a prawn suit. Moving on, the fauna found in this biome are also rare as well, alongside extremely hostile, so that's nice. Remember that mesmer I rammed into earlier? Well, this biome holds several of them around every corner, so swimming around here is extremely dangerous. And this biome holds something I have purposely neglected up until this point, and that is the gargantuan fossil. The fossil found in this biome belonged to a super predator leviathan class creature called the gargantuan leviathan. This leviathan is estimated to be 1100 to 1300 meters long, which would make Reaper leviathans look like dwarves in comparison. Fear not, this fossil is approximately 3 million years old, so there's no chance of us finding a creature as big as this one in our playthrough, right? Right? However, the most important thing of all for us to find in this biome is this alien structure. Exploring the structure, I find a bunch of skeletal remains, alongside numerous creatures that I assume were under experimentation. Using the tablets I found outside the giant alien space gun and the other island, I gain access to data terminals, and oh hey, the bacterium in my system has gone even worse. Yeah, that's probably not good. Disregarding my inevitable death, I exit the alien research base and head back home in my Cyclops. In my base, I use the resources I found in the Lost River to make myself some upgrade modules, specifically the Prawn Suit Jet Upgrade Module and the Prawn Suit Depth Module Mark I. The Jet Upgrade will allow for faster acceleration and an extended jet boost, while the Depth Module will enable me to venture deeper into the Lost River. After this, I started construction on a nuclear reactor, because nothing has ever gone wrong involving nuclear reactors. Soon enough though, I had everything I needed to make the journey back down into the Lost River. Over 900 meters down, you really start to wonder if there are even deeper parts in this world. But don't you worry, my friends. This question will be answered shortly when I eventually find myself at the entrance to the inactive lava zone. Ah yes, the good old lava zone. Man, I hate this goddamn place. You wanna know why? This thing. Well, to be exact, these things. In this one part of the lava zone alone, there are 2 of these creatures, sea dragon leviathans. Now, they may look like scary creatures, that's because they are, but really all they are is a nuisance. They're loud, they deal tons of damage to us and our submersibles, and can just phase in and out of floors and walls whenever they feel like it. Adding on, they can see you about a bajillion light years away, so attempting to hide from these creatures is simply not an option. However, these beasts contain one major flaw that prevents them from being enough of a formidable threat, this being their amount of health. A Ghost Leviathan has 8,000 HP, a Reaper Leviathan has 5,000 HP, so what do you think the Sea Dragon Leviathan should be at? 10,000? 15,000? 20,000? You'd be correct! They should be at one of those 3 health pools, but instead they only have 5,000 HP. That is on par with a Reaper, and a Sea Dragon is 2 times the size of a Reaper, so the fact that they don't have more health is absolutely bewildering.
You serious?
But we can use this small health pool to our advantage. With the experience and knowledge on how to slay Leviathan class predators, we can reuse the same formula on these big boys here. But let's save that for later. For now, let's keep exploring the lava zone. The lava zone, just like its green sibling before it, also contains a resource exclusively found here that we desperately need: kyanite. This blue mineral doesn't have relevance in most of our blueprints, but is highly necessary in order for us to venture deeper into the lava zone. This blue resource is a key component in crafting 2 very important depth modules, the Prawn Suit Mark II and the Cyclops Mark III. The Cyclops Depth Module Mark III isn't needed but is nice to have, whilst the Prawn Suit Depth Module is a must, as we need it to journey down farther than we have ever been. After drilling a bunch of kyanite and narrowly avoiding the wrath of a sea dragon, I stumbled upon another alien base hidden in the middle of the biome, where I scan a blue tablet and I am contacted once again by the same strange telepathic creature. Finally satisfied with my exploration, I swiftly returned back to my Cyclops, ready to craft the Prawn Suit Depth Module I desperately needed. But alas, even with all of my preparation, I did not have the resources required to craft myself the Depth Module, meaning I had to put it in reverse and head all the way back to my base. No, I refuse. I absolutely refuse to give up right when I am so close to the end. There just has to be another way. And that is exactly where it hit me. I don't need to go back up to my base, I just have to find the resources necessary. That is when I started looking at the wiki to see if the 2 minerals I didn't have spawned down here, and sure enough, I received confirmation. Revving with excitement, I began looking around the lava zone to find titanium and lithium, the 2 resources I needed to find. I luckily found a large titanium deposit, and with enough exploration, I eventually found the 2 lithium required to make myself the Prawn Suit Depth Module. But this is where I stumbled across another issue. See, major problem here, I am 1,200 meters down. If I take out the Depth Module, my thing is just gonna explode. Can I just not, like, why can't you not grab it in here, man? I just don't, come on. Oh, it's right there. I just need to grab that. I just need that. Well.
Huh?
No way. No way, dude. I never even knew that was a possibility. You're kidding. I love this game. I like it. There's no other way to say it. Like, I actually love this game. Dude, I would have fucking, like, actually done the dumbest method ever, but no. I cannot believe. And I've been able to access my inventory the entire time from this damn thing. Are you fucking serious right now? Please just don't make fun of me. And that was it, everybody. All I needed to do was avoid the Sea Dragon Leviathans, and I would be home free to make it to the second hidden alien base.
I am what you seek. Want to help you.
I got a bunch of warpers on me. They really don't want me to get to you. There's also a big-ass fish coming for me. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm coming in, big mama. Weave.
Detecting unusually passive behavior. Patterns in nearby relatives.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
So you may be asking a lot of questions at the moment, like why was this creature so determined to communicate with me? Or why is it even here in the first place? Or even why is this all happening to begin with? Well, to answer these questions you may have, sit down, and allow me to rewind the clock back a bit. Remember the giant alien space gun I mentioned previously? That and the Carabacterium both have a major part to play in the reason why I'm here right now. You see, the aliens that I spoke about were also in the same predicament I am currently in, infected with the Carabacterium and trying to find a way to cure themselves. All of these alien bases all had the prime directive of finding a cure to Kara. Whether it be enforcing planet-wide lockdown or experimenting on the fauna of this planet, it was all constructed with this goal in mind. Unfortunately for the aliens, their time ran out, but thankfully, my time hasn't, and the steps they have built has paved the way for me to receive my cure. The comically large fish inside this chamber has offered me a deal. Help them and they will help me. All I have to do is hatch these eggs and I will live to see another day. Hatching these eggs will undoubtedly be the hardest challenge I have faced yet. The amount of man hours I will have to put in to ensure my survival will be nothing short of monumental. And I hatched the eggs in less than 5 minutes. Okay, whatever. The good news is I am now cured of Kara. The bad news is I am still marooned on this planet. But what if I told you that all along I have had a secret plan to escape this planet, and this secret plan goes all the way back to the radio. A few days before my arrival into the inactive lava zone, Alterra HQ managed to send a signal back to me via my radio and gave me a code to the captain's quarters on the Aurora. Why is this helpful? Well, the captain's quarters holds the blueprints for an escape rocket, capable of being fabricated here and also capable of getting me back home. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen, because we are now in the end game. I now just have to complete whatever business I may have left on this planet, and afterwards, I will be on my way back to civilization. For the first order of business, killing not one, but 2 sea dragon leviathans. You already know what is going to happen. Gas pods, stasis rifle, and the creature is dead in less than 30 seconds. Satisfied with my annihilation, I decided to work on another dream I've had for a long time and acquire all 5 cuttlefish eggs. As per usual with everything on this godforsaken planet, there is just one major hiccup preventing me from this dream. 4 of the 5 cuttlefish that you're able to hatch in your playthrough are relatively easy to obtain. They are either in moderately safe to navigate biomes or sometimes literally right there for you to grab. So far, I have 4 out of the 5 obtainable cuttlefishes, and that is usually how it goes in my playthroughs. There was always that last dastardly cuttlefish that escapes my grasp. The reason? This cuttlefish egg is only found in the dunes. Anyone who has played Subnautica knows the reputation the dunes has to uphold. This biome is an area I absolutely refuse to explore, the main reason being the amount of Reaper Leviathans within. I mean, that is the sole reason why your PDA says,
detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
However, this dream of having all 5 cuttlefish surpasses my fear of Reapers, so without any further delay, let's go get that last cuttlefish. Just a video game, it's just a video game, you know, you're good, you know, you're gonna be fine. Reaper right there.
Detecting multiple Leviathan class life forms in the region. Are you certain whatever you're doing is worth it?
Yep, I detect that. I detect that too. Fucking go. Get the fuck out of here. These fish are doing a lot of damage to me. These fish are doing a lot of damage to me. Holy shit, we made it. Holy shit, we made it. Fuck that, bro. Fuck the dunes. But now, I've finally done it. All 5 cuttlefish. To be exact, 6 cuttlefish, due to that amazing player who gave me the extra cuttlefish and that time capsule I found. Look at these adorable little critters. This is where they will remain for the rest of their lives, safe in the safe shallows. Now, what was I doing again? Oh right, escaping the planet. One of the very last things I have to do is turn off the giant alien space gun. So, you know, I don't end up like these poor schmucks here. I actually tried to turn off the gun before I realized I was infected, but it didn't work because infected individuals aren't allowed to turn it off. But now, it is officially offline, which means I can get back to the construction of the Neptune escape rocket. Everything I have accomplished on this planet has led me to these final moments. All the killing, all the exploration, It eventually had to reach a conclusion, but I never would have thought it would end like this. Slowly, I started to assemble each piece of the rocket, my only method of returning back to civilization. I grabbed resource after resource after resource until I finally constructed the final piece of the rocket. And so, it was done. I ascended the rocket. I switched on every single array before launch, prepared my time capsule to be jettisoned, but before I depart from this planet, I have one final matter to attend to. Here they are. Here they all are. I'm sorry. I must leave now. Goodbye. Must say goodbye to all of you. All of you are my children. We're getting out of here. Yeah! Launch the rocket. And so, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.